Alright, I'm back. Hi! I don't think you guys realized also that today we've had like a law of equivalent exchange happen. So you know how Jerma has like kind of soft retired from streaming? You know, he said in 2024 he's not going to put a lot of emphasis on streaming at all. In today's Chugga Conroy video, he said that he was interested in, like, trying to stream more actively this year, because he had never really tried to do that. Like, he wanted to start doing, like, live streams and stuff. And you know what? That's why he's the GOAT. I fucking love Chugga Conroy. I'll be tuning into all those streams. We will be watching. I had these Skittles gummies. Dude, the Skittles gummies always, like, fuck. They're so good. Alright, let me get back on the mic. Hello? I think it's only me right now.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Hi. My stuff was tangled for a second.
Uh-oh. Alright, I'm gonna Mario Kart open right now. And hi V, welcome. Welcome, welcome.
Here we go.
It's been a hot minute since I hopped onto Mario Kart. I think it was probably when the last of the DLC dropped, really. It's crazy, like, my cousins and company wanted to play Mario Kart, and I was too busy playing on my Steam Deck to also play. You can tell because there's no way in hell I'd choose Tanuki Mario. That was not me. That was a foreign agent.
Tanuki Mario is kind of cool.
He's not as cool as Shy Guy, though. Even though I'm mad at Game Guy, I could never be mad at Shy Guy. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Wait, can I can leave. We can just do a private game. We have, like, 4 of us here right now.
Oh, yeah.
Shy Guy is literally just a little guy. I'm trying to remember, what was the exact top acceleration builds? It wasn't the steeple. Was it the Bitty Bug? It was the Bitty Bug, I think. And Mr. Scooty. Bitty Bug feels better, though. Alright, I'm sending Hi! I'm sending the room ID in our server. I mean, you could see it on the stream also, because I don't really care if someone watching joins the game, because what are they gonna do? Oh, they're gonna stream snipe me in Mario Kart? Honestly, at that point, if you can pay attention to both Mario Kart and my screen to stream snipe me, you're better than I am. Already.
says I can't find the room.
That's weird. Did I send it wrong?
What? It looks. Oh yeah, you did.
Oh my god, I
It's-
did. I switched the V in the end.
Oh, yeah.
Whoops.
Oops.
Stream sniping, but they're really bad at Mario Kart, so they fail at being malicious. I mean, even if you're bad at Mario Kart, you could be a little malicious. That's what the item system is for. To cause
I think I added
chaos.
Funky Kong. I haven't actually played since they added some new stuff.
Funky Kong being in the game is so good. It makes me so happy as a Wii head. Do we want CPUs on or no?
Up to you.
Sure.
I'll put on easy comm.
I had to update my Mii, and I was kind of intrigued by like the array of Miis I have on my Switch. I have Muncher from Ghostbusters.
Awesome.
Awesome.
I have like no Mii's on my Switch, which is sad. I do have Battlefield though.
I think I just have my real me, my Babish me, and then the me from my old roommate, and that's about it.
You love
Yay.
Rosalina's Ice World.
I've never used this. I don't think I've played on this one actually. Have I?
You might have. I feel like there was someone I knew who kept insisting on playing Rosalina's Ice World.
I don't think I've played on this.
Yeah, I don't think I have either.
Yeah, this.
I
Is the
like. I don't
latest
play this
DLC
game
pack.
outside of. I don't like play this game outside of our little variety hour nights.
Fair enough.
Shit.
So besides the Comet Observatory being here, what exactly makes this Rosalina's?
She bought it.
She bought
there
it?
You can see like the starting galaxy in the background of the skybox.
Honestly, like in whatever future plans they have for Mario Kart, it would go so hard if they like made courses of like individual galaxies from the Mario Galaxy series.
That's real as fuck.
Like playing this just makes me wish we were racing on Freeze Flame Galaxy or something.
Wait, you're so right.
I feel like they probably wouldn't want to bloat the courses from like with just like stuff from a singular game. But like they could do like one, at least one.
Listen, if they can
Maybe two.
insist on like doing the one course that's just a reference to Donkey Kong Country Returns, they could put in some more Mario fan service.
Just my opinion.
Like, playing a Mario Kart stage that's just like New Donk City would kinda go crazy.
I was thinking the same thing. Like you could probably pull something from Galaxy, something from what the fuck was it? Odyssey. Can't believe I circled to remember what the fuck Odyssey was called.
Sunshine, 3D World, 64. Those are the
I don't
main
remember
ones,
if
man.
I said. I don't know if I said this while I was on your stream or maybe someone else's stream. A Super Mario Wonder Mario Kart course would go insane.
You're like.
I think I said it
literally
here.
right. You might have. I feel like I remember that.
Like, in my head, I'm just imagining a Mario Kart course based on, like, the Castle Bowser stage, like the final level.
Yeah.
Like, I think Mario Kart 9's
I
Bowser
can
Castle
like
should
go
be
for
the
it.
Wonder Mario or Bowser Castle instead of just a more stereotypical one, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm with
Oh, come on, I was right in the line. Please.
And
No.
as long as I got my suit and tie. Pete's Club. How's Pete's Club?
God damn it, I was drinking. I'm enjoying. I'm like in my lavender era right now. My sister, on top of like the 2 separate bags of lavender tea she got me, she also got me like this really nice bottle of lavender flavored syrup. So I've been making myself lavender sodas lately.
That sounds pretty
It's
dope.
so fucking. It is so good, and it's such a pretty color too. It's like a nice like lilac color soda.
Just don't let it be like Lavender Town, though. Because then you'll get scared.
Well, I feel the opposite of scared drinking this, so don't worry.
They would never go to a town. Now this is a race course for real ones.
Real.
I don't think
I'm
I've
like trying to
played this
think.
one.
Oh no, go ahead.
Call me Lavender Town the way I got this syndrome.
Shut up. I'm trying to think of like other Mario games that would be like really fun to pull courses for.
Dude, Mario teaches
honestly,
typing.
Yeah.
we
I want to
should
play
actually add
in
that.
just like a weird blue void while Mario Head's constantly trying to hit you.
She Lavender.
Or better
my
yet,
town
like, you have
by
to-
syndrome.
You have to get it. They launched like a keyboard peripheral specifically for that one course, and it's like a house, like it's like what was it, typing of the dead type situation, where you can only advance by typing words correctly.
Actually, wait, the Hotel Mario Cheese Hotel?
The one that someone got fired for.
Yeah, I was gonna say the one that has a body count.
Yeah, I don't know, it's crazy like that. Also, a Mario's missing track would just be like the Mario Kart Tour tracks.
Literally.
Yeah. Yo, wait, Mario Kart Tour kinda good though for referencing a game like that. They really care about the legacy of Mario. Honestly, I'm gonna buy the $40 Diddy.
They were charging $40 for a Diddy Kong?
Yes.
Yep.
What was so special about this Diddy Kong?
You could play as Diddy Kong.
He'll make you
Shit,
smile
I'm
when he
sold.
plays his tune.
It was either that or you played the gotcha that they had. Because Mario Kart Tour, at least it used to be a gotcha game. I think they took out the gotcha elements later, which is really funny.
And that was like in compliance with some kind of like EU thing, right?
I don't
Or did
think
they just
so,
do that?
because like they still have like gotcha in their other mobile games. Like Fire Emblem Heroes is still a gotcha game.
Fuck you, I got in second. No!
No, you're not.
Instant karma.
I played Mario Kart Tour for like a little bit back when it was fresh. And I didn't necessarily have any complaints about the game. I didn't think it was super fun, but something about it, like, I don't know. It ended up being like the last game that I ever had on my phone. When I switched phones, I just didn't download any more games.
Mm-hmm. I don't play like any mobile game that isn't Pokemon Go. I have a fucking Switch and a Steam Deck, so I don't have to play games on my phone. Like,
Oh, you know what? It's
man.
not true. I had a... Oh, sorry.
No, you go first.
I was just gonna say, I briefly had a Picross app on my phone, before I noticed that it was eating like 50% of my CPU even when it wasn't active for my phone. I was like,
Holy
oh, this is probably
shit.
a crypto miner.
Probably.
Like, I'm pretty sure it's a crypto miner. So I installed it and like, well, you know, going forward, I'm just gonna play Picross games that I see other people are playing.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna say, like, it's such a hard choice, honestly. Like, aw, man, do I play Super Mario Brothers Wonder? Do I play the new Spider-Man? Or do I play Genshin Impact? Like, the choice is, like, so obvious that if it were any more obvious, like, I don't know, world peace would be achieved. People would be, like, people all around the world would be in agreement for one thing.
Dude, nobody wants to see me succeed.
I'm sorry. I have to win. I'm the streamer. I gotta win.
I'm just pressing my buttons. Oh. Wow, okay. I had like a fucking... I don't know what just happened to me, but I forgot what all my buttons did, so I just let go of my controller. Oh, holy shit, that was really close. No.
Pete's Clubhouse. I'm really glad that the fucking Pete's Clubhouse thing is getting to you as much as it is.
I don't know why, I just really like it.
He's so jolly and whimsical when he says it.
I was literally gonna say there's just something about the jovial nature of it.
How the fuck did people even find that clip? Who on Twitter is watching Mickey Mouse Clubhouse? Where are my toddler twit heads at? What episode is the episode where Pete's Clubhouse happens?
What the fuck? Alright.
Why aren't you watching Mickey Mouse Clubhouse? Hop off peak! Alright, I'm sorry. To the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse fandom that I offended, I'm sorry. And that I hope that, now that Mickey Mouse is public domain, I hope we get a lot more stuff like Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Okay? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't know what I said, and I didn't mean it. I'm sorry. Uh-oh.
Oh man, blooper. Like, this is like one of like 3 stages where blooper is actually really bad.
Ow. Can we watch Steamboat Willie on stream? We can, yeah. Disney can't stop us. Pete's Clubhouse propaganda. I'm all for the Pete's Clubhouse propaganda. I fell off. I literally could have won, and then I fell off the damn stage.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah, at least I got second.
Imagine if I had a green shell again, or a red shell again, and denied you the chance again.
I've already suffered enough, so yeah. Oh yeah, shit, Daisy Cruiser's in it.
Yeah.
I love Daisy Cruiser.
They
That
got
one was
some
one of my
good
favorites.
ass maps in this game.
For real. Daisy Cruiser was one of my favorites from back at my childhood dentist. They had like some weird like McDonald's GameCube setup thing in one of the rooms. And they had Mario Kart Double Dash on it, and that was one of my favorites to play.
Mm-hmm. I kind of wish I was a Double Dash kid. I mean, I love Mario Kart Wii. I'm just like, why didn't I get that game on GameCube? I didn't have Mario Kart DS either. Was I just, like, not sentient enough?
You didn't have Mario Kart DS?
No, my first Mario Kart was Wii.
Damn. That's crazy.
Yeah, I feel like Double Dash for a lot of, like, GameCube games was, like... It was, like, one of the GOATs. And I feel like it could have been one of the GOATs for me if I had it. But since I didn't have it... And this is
Double
not me
Dash
saying...
was, like, fun as hell.
Double Dash is very good. It is not my, like, favorite Mario Kart by a long shot.
I think that's also fair, honestly.
I think it's mostly just that, like, Double Dash is a very respectable game because it's, like, so different from any other Mario Kart game. But also, as a result, I usually just prefer playing the more traditional games.
I didn't actually own Double Dash or a GameCube at any point. I exclusively got my fill of Double Dash from whenever I had to go to the dentist.
Awesome.
I was just mooching off, or not even when I had to go to the dentist, when, like, anyone, like, between my sister and I had to go, I would just mooch off the GameCube.
Hell yes.
I did have Mario Kart for the DS, though, and I loved it, except when I was doing the mission modes. I hated the mission modes, but I was dead set 100%ing that game, even as a kid.
Really? Because people always talk about how awesome that mission mode is. And I did play it. And I thought it was decently fun.
I'm just thinking, well, because, like, just playing through them normally is probably fine, but even as, like, a child, like, I just had to 100% everything.
Right.
And I'm just remembering... There was, like, I think, like... I remember the iRock mission, the Ice Bully mission, and then, like, one or two get all the coin missions that just pissed me the hell off as a kid. Because they were so hard to do in a way that gave you the 3-star rank.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. I can't do anything about a star.
Nope.
Yeah.
I got second. Even though I was flopping most of that map. You got first overall for this set, though.
Yay!
I, like, did not see anyone else the entire race.
Yeah, my childhood dentist was a fucking anomaly. They had like 4 GameCubes that each had a different game, but the only good one was Mario Kart Double Dash. The others were... No, that's not true. They had Sunshine. They had Double Dash, they had Sunshine, but then they also had like Madden Football and the fucking Tack and the Power of Juju platformer.
Hop off peak.
Yeah, hop off peak.
What does that even mean? I don't know what that means. I'm already behind the times with fucking lingo.
You need to
Peak and the
be
power of
respectful.
fucking...
Take off for now. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Goobaba. But no, yeah, they had the 4 GameCubes, and they also had like a movie room, except it was less of a movie room and more, they had like a TV screen in an empty room that didn't even have chairs. They just like put carpet on some steps, and you had to sit on like just the floor, essentially. And like they only showed The Lion King. They like never showed anything else. It was always The Lion King.
Yo, but what if one of the times they played Lion King 1.5 and you didn't realize it?
You say that, I'm like trying to think. I feel like maybe they're playing one of those ones at 2 at some point. I don't know for sure though. I like kind of forget what The Lion King was like.
It's like
the
Hamlet. So you guys can
conquest,
remember
they're
what
swimming.
Hamlet is like.
Yeah, if you remember Hamlet, you remember The Lion King.
I never had to read Hamlet.
Really?
Nah, in our school is a bit weird. I would have read Hamlet, I think, if I took a specific track because like in high school they tried. I think I've talked about this before. My school was weird in that, well, first of all, we were part of a program, like an accelerated learning type deal, where mandatory one at that, where all our material was by default like a grade ahead of the like state standard.
Mm-hmm.
And then on top of that, we were part of a second program, also mandatory, that bumped us up an additional 2 grades. So our high school was essentially already college, especially junior and senior year. That was just like worse than college, actually. Why did I throw my red shells backwards? Am I stupid? But anyways, it was weird in the sense that like we basically just start choosing our classes at some point, like with a weird degree of liberty.
Right.
So we, in stuff that would have covered like fulfilled a general like English credit, or like like a language credit, primary language credit. I could have taken just like regular literature, but I took language and literature instead, which was a lot more analyzing like how do our words impact our lives in like okay, let's look at this in a marketing sense. Let's look at this in a propaganda sense. Let's look at this in a identity sense. So it's much more of that and less like, you know, reading classical literature and then analyzing it and that kind of stuff.
Right.
It was really cool, honestly.
I got squashed by Wario. I had a chance to
Happens to
catch
the
up,
best
and then
of
I
us.
got squashed by Wario. Also, honestly, I'm gonna put the room code up for anybody in chat who wants to join. If there is anybody in chat who wants to join.
I remember in high school, I definitely remember, I mean, I'm sure everyone remembers, like, reading Romeo and Juliet. I remember we also watched the fucking Romeo plus Juliet with DiCaprio.
God. You know what's crazy?
I don't think I know that
actually never had to read Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah, the DiCaprio
That was like
is
one of the
where
few
it's, like,
ones we did have to read.
It's one where it's like they're in a modern setting but still speaking in Shakespearean English.
Oh yeah, people still like post screen caps on that onto my dashboard sometimes.
Yeah, it's honestly really fucking good.
A lot of like the more like classic reading that we had to do was stuff like we read Brave New World, we read Catcher in the Rye, that type of shit.
Awesome.
And then my Spanish literature class was just kind of insane. We were reading shit that like I don't think it's stomach even now. But that's just literature from the Latin boom, honestly.
Right.
It was really depressing and serious. Well, not all of it, but a good chunk of what was popular, or what remains popular, rather. What
Right.
map is this?
This is a new one. This is Piranha Plant Cove.
Cool.
I'd never seen this one before.
Yeah, this is from the last wave.
Got an insane bank shot. That green shell.
I launched that thing like 20 seconds ago. I'm shocked it didn't shatter by the time, like, before it reached you. I'm also shocked all those fireballs missed.
I'm also shocked. I was really banking on those.
I could almost feel the heat coming off of them through my Switch from how close they got. Do you have another one? What's going on?
I did. I got another one. I still missed all of my shots on you.
Oh, you missed that one.
I hit a
I know.
stationary green shell. Are you serious?
Oh, not like that's... that's
I
cheating,
wasn't
that's
missing that
homing.
one. Yeah, it's a tour track that they pretend isn't one. Because if it's a tour track that isn't based on, like, a real place, they're like, oh, it's original, even though it's not.
What a bunch of frauds.
Nintendo betrayed us!
Shit.
Oh.
Wait, is this actually from Tours?
Yeah.
Damn, this is a pretty nice one for a Tours map.
Yeah,
I
honestly,
feel
they
like
have
a lot of
few
the
good-
Tours maps... I'm sorry, go ahead.
They have a few really good tour tracks, to be fair. A lot of them are the ones that are not based on cities. Not Sky High Sunday. I think, like, in the past I overrated Sky High Sunday. Sky High Sunday is pretty ass.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of the tours courses are, like, way too linear.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, that is fully a consequence of just coming from mobile.
I like don't really like the thing where it's like different between all 3 laps.
I think on some courses it works, and on other ones it's just an annoyance. Like the Paris one, that's my least favorite.
I don't like that they did it with the Calamari Desert.
Mm-hmm. It depends.
That one's just like kind of boring to me. Like the Paris one pisses me off because I get like tricked by the like last lap switch every single time, and like my eyesight sucks, so I always end up driving into a wall just from muscle memory. Because like I think there's a turn that isn't actually there anymore. Do they have a Splatoon course?
They don't have like regular course. They have a battle course. It's Urchin Underpass.
Yeah, it's the only one.
They should get like a non-battle course from Splatoon. I think they could make it work somehow.
It's like really funny that they chose Urchin Underpass because it is like a really iconic map, but it hasn't appeared since Splatoon 1. Which I hope they bring it back.
They haven't brought Underpass back?
Nope.
That's fucked up. That's like the one map I actually remember from when I played Splatoon.
Yeah, it was like good after they reworked it, so I do hope it comes back.
Me too.
I hope the Reef comes back first, though. That one was like really good.
Oh, we need to
Sorry,
batch
guys. They're actually bringing back Moray Towers again.
This is fantastic.
They are bringing Moray Towers back. This is fantastic.
This map is like a childhood fear.
Yeah.
See, it's the opposite for me, because I watched Flushed Away as a kid. I was like, dude, it would be so cool to go on an adventure through the drain.
I want to get sucked down the drain so bad.
I did, but I didn't want to do it through the toilet, because that's poo water. But through the shower, though... You didn't? That sounds gross as hell. I mean, when you're a kid, you don't know that that's gross as hell. Unless it's the toilet, then I hope you know it's gross as hell. But, like, thinking about the shower, I'm like, but that's where I get clean. So why would that be gross? That's, like, the kid mindset.
What a fucking snipe with that shell. Holy shit.
Uh-oh.
I'm locked in.
That was really impressive. I hope you die.
Thanks.
Oh, I think straight up I'm not recovering from that one.
Damn.
You were a smarter kid than me then, because when I was a kid, like, I didn't process that all drains would be dirty. I just thought, like, oh, yo, it would be kind of cool to go on, like, an adventure, like, down there, because I watched Flushed Away, and it was cool in that movie.
Was that like a stop motion one
Yeah,
with a
that
rat?
was stop motion with the rat.
Okay. See, as a kid, I never thought like, oh, you know, like I could get completely sucked down the drain. What I was scared was that like the suction from getting like a body part stuck on a drain would be so strong they'd have to amputate. That was my fear as a kid.
I like had that fear with the escalators.
Same!
No, actually, though.
Those things still kind of scare me, I gotta be real.
Yeah.
I fucking hit myself with my own green shell. It's over.
It'd be like that.
I was like so excited for that red shell hit, then I realized we were already over the finish line.
Didn't know the drain itself was dirty, but you did know that all water went to the sewer and you did not want to go down there? I don't know, I guess it's because as a kid I watched stuff like Flushed Away and like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, so I was like, dude, the sewers must be like fucking awesome.
Played a Hot Wheels game, I guess, too, where like the final level was a sewer.
See, when I was a kid, I thought like we just had like super long individual pipes that all just led straight into the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
Like not like pipes that connect to bigger pipes that connect to other pipes that connect to the sewer that eventually lead into like some kind of runoff. Like I just thought there was some crazy underground networks of pipes that all led to the nearest like shoreline.
Yo, Kirby and Gwen joining. Kirby, I gotta say, your Mii's like awesome.
Oh hell yeah.
The Mii is awesome. Also, hi Zach, welcome. I'm alright. I'm alright. Playing Mario Kart with friends.
Oh man, my timing is all off on the boosts.
Wait, did Finding Nemo have, like, a thing about not wanting to go to the sewers? I haven't watched Finding Nemo since I was, like, a kid. My New Year's was alright. I spent it with Jen. I spent it with, Eve.
Fuck
so I
yeah.
was happy. I had champagne.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't have shitty wine like last year. Like, last year, my parents were off at, like, a party. So I was, like, left...
Oh, that's not the way to go.
I was in the house
Oh,
with
I followed you.
and I was, like, looking the house for champagne, and I was like, damn, there's, like, no champagne in the house. So I had, like, mystery wine from the fridge, and that shit, like, mixed with, like, the Chipotle I had for dinner, like, I was dying. I almost died that night, honestly. There might not have been a Morgan 2023.
I'm glad you survived.
Thank you. This New Year's was much better than that. But I'm
Hell
never
yeah.
ordering Chipotle again. Every time I've ordered Chipotle, something has gone wrong. And, like, at a certain point, I have to accept that it's not me, it's the fucking establishment.
I will say, like, in terms of, like, fast food, Mexican food that is probably in any given area, Chipotle is probably as good as it's gonna get, which is very sad.
Oh, so you can either get poisoned, or you could get, like, shot. Got it.
I'm talking purely in the quality of their food. It's like, at least the taste. The after effects, that's anyone's game.
The after
I
effects
never-
is that they're trying to send you back to heaven. God's looking for his favorite angels.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck they put in their, like, when they're, like, in their Chipotle food. But, like, I've eaten there a few times back in college, and, like, every single time it would just wreck my guts afterwards.
Like, I've only had Chipotle a couple times, and I haven't had any issues, but like, they're just kind of expensive for what they are.
Mm-hmm.
And
There
so
are
I'm someone who
some
gets-
locations
gets
that are a bit
Five Guys
cheaper.
more than I should.
Like,
Five Guys is
literally,
crazy
actually,
expensive.
Chipotle is expensive as fuck. I, like, order, like, now I just order, like, the few times I use DoorDash, I just, like, order from, like, a local Mexican place, and it's, like, $15 cheaper, which is crazy. For, like, basically the same shit, it's, like, half off to just order from a local place.
You'll pretty much always fare better if you can find a local joint.
Yeah. And, like, I'm not, I'm not Mexican, so I don't know if, like, the local place is, like, you know, very authentic Mexican. But it's good, and it doesn't kill my guts, at least.
The farther north you get, the harder it's going to be to find authentic Mexican food, but it's never impossible.
Right. Am I ordering from Chipotle? I don't even remember what I was ordering from Chipotle, but that shit was, like, expensive on DoorDash. You have to keep
No,
in
on
mind
DoorDash,
also,
fucking everything's expensive.
yeah, like, pretty much everyone upcharges on DoorDash to begin with.
And that's, like, before you're having to pay, like, the DoorDash delivery fee and then, like, the extra thing they take off the top.
They really do need to make more Mii games on Switch also, you're so right.
I was, like, for real.
fucking DoorDash is like, it's like maybe every couple of months I'm like, yeah, I'll get some DoorDash, because I don't feel like heating something up, I don't feel like making myself like anything for dinner, so I'm just like, yeah, I guess I'll just get DoorDash.
I went a bit of a Oh, sorry, go ahead.
But yeah, I've never gotten DoorDash. I live in the middle of fucking nowhere. And it's like half an hour to any restaurant. Or like 45 minutes, maybe.
I like normally try not to order my food like at all. But like the past few months I've definitely kind of been going on a spree because like things have been disorganized around here.
Yeah.
And like I was gonna go and just like, because I need to do groceries. I just got back from vacation and I haven't had a chance to refill my fridge yet because like it's just straight up empty except for some chicken shawarma that I just thawed out and I'm using to bring to work for lunch. So I don't want to be eating it for dinner too, because then I'm gonna have to buy lunch at work, which is crazy expensive.
Yeah.
Or not eat, which would make my doctor really mad at me. Because while I am supposed to be watching what I eat, I'm also really need to also make sure I'm still eating.
Yeah.
So I was gonna get groceries today, but fucking my job has really been pushing it lately and making me stay late on my shifts. I mean, they're not making me, but you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
if I say no, I'm worse for wear. It's not terrible because they're literally not allowed to pay me overtime, so they have to let me leave work early for the next few days now instead to balance it out. But it was very inconvenient that they asked me to stay behind the days that they have because I need to go get food.
Yeah.
I only have shawarma for like a few more days that only covers lunch. Turned out really fucking good. I did a great job with that shawarma. Not to toot my own horn, but...
Dude, that's just like, for some reason, like, talking about work just reminded me. Today I was talking to, like, an ex-coworker I had who works in, like, a store nearby, like, where I work. And she was, like, telling me, like, dude, you can get, like, discounts at, like, stores nearby by having, like, by working at the grocery store that I do. And I was like, wait, what? And she was like, yeah,
that's wild,
the stores, like, nearby, like, all give discounts to, like, employees of, like, nearby stores. It's not all of them opt in, but I know, like, one of the movie theaters nearby opted into that, and I'm like, she was like, yeah, you can get movie theater tickets for, like, $5. And I was like, that's fucking crazy. If I knew that sooner, like, genuinely, I could be, like, watching a movie, like, once a week, and it would barely, like, break the bank.
That's crazy.
Especially because, like, I've bought tickets from this movie theater. It's usually, like, $20. I'd be spending what I would be spending on, like, a Pokemon trading card pack. All I would have to do is just, like, verify that I work at the grocery store nearby.
Every week you'd have to ask yourself if it's a movie type of week or a Pokemon cards type of week.
True. $5 for matinee tickets? Literally, I was, like, thinking about it, and I'm like, wait, this should be my year to just go to the theater and watch a bunch of movies. But also, like, I have to be so careful about what movies I watch, because, like, fucking 50% of all Hollywood actors are also Zionists.
Yep.
I do gotta get down on those bargains, though.
It is very important to get those bargains.
I need to, like, see more new movies. Last one I saw was Godzilla -1, which is really fucking good.
Yeah, no, I watched that.
I've been hearing people go crazy about that.
I watched that with Jen and Damien. We all thought that movie was amazing. Jen was, like, crying like hell watching that movie. It was so good.
Yeah, like, funny story, when I saw it, I almost had the whole theater myself, but then, like, a family with 2 really young kids came in.
No! Not the 2 kids watching Godzilla!
Like, you know, the kids didn't get, like, you know, most of the movie. They thought Godzilla was cool.
Oh, that's good at least.
And that's when he did the Kamehameha from Fortnite.
Yeah, from Fortnite.
That's what it is to them.
That is true
Fucking-
also, Splee. There are a lot of, like, garbage movies. But honestly, I probably wouldn't even mind
Don't I
going
know
to
it.
the theater to watch, like, a garbage movie every now and then, because I'd be like, hey, I'm leaving the house. And honestly, maybe I don't have to be that selective about what movies I watch if I'm getting tickets for $5 anyways, because realistically, how much profit is any company making off of that?
Or you could go see Godzilla -1 again.
That is true. That is, like,
Fruit the Boy
honestly,
and the Heron was good.
it's tempting.
I gotta like, I everything I've heard about this movie like is enticing me to watch it. I've never like watched the Godzilla or even like a kaiju movie in general before. If I do watch it, I have like one friend, like she's really, really, really into Godzilla. I'd probably want to watch it with her.
Yeah. It is such a good movie, genuinely. It kicks ass. And, like, granted,
I'd
I
like
didn't
wanna
watch a
do-
lot of
oh.
movies last year, but it is by far the best movie I saw last year.
Mm-hmm. I'd like want to do just like one watch through straight through, and then like a second one where I just let her pause the movie every 5 seconds if she like has any like lore dumps for me about like Godzilla and like what certain scenes mean, because I know jack shit about Godzilla
Yeah.
besides that like awesome monster, something about the symbolism of like post-atomic bomb Japan.
To
you don't
be
need to
fair,
know
I don't think
very
you
much
need to
about
know
Godzilla
that
going
much
in.
about Godzilla to watch it. Because I didn't
Yeah.
either.
Really? You know, with the way my friend talks about Godzilla, I was really assuming that there was homework I'd have to do.
Not at all. Not at all.
Cool.
It's very much a self-contained thing.
Dope. I might do the homework anyways, just for shits and giggles.
Yeah, I would recommend, like, I haven't seen, like, a whole lot of Godzilla stuff. I've been meaning to. I've heard, like, you know, 1954 and I think 1998 are good ones.
Yeah, I need to watch more Godzilla films. Jen was literally like, we should just watch more Godzilla films, and I was like, hell yeah, I'll do that.
Mean to me.
Yeah, Shin Godzilla
Mean to
also
me.
is, like, one of my favorite movies. That movie's so good.
That's the other one I heard was pretty damn good too.
Yeah, something funny that happened is, like,
He had a mushroom, you motherfucker.
I was walking out of the movie.
No!
The grandparent, or the grandpa of the young kids, I like ran into him. We were talking about the movie. I told him like, yeah, Shin Godzilla is also really good. And he was like, "Is that the one where Godzilla is like 10 times as big as in the other movies?" And I had no idea if they marketed it like that at all, or if he is 10 times as big as in other movies. But he got really into the logistics of like fighting a really big Godzilla, and like what would happen if Godzilla was like tall enough to reach the stratosphere.
I just realized I kept picking Bowser's Castle even though we already played it. I was on that grind. Isn't 98 the American one that everyone hates?
I wouldn't know.
I haven't seen it yet. I'd have to check.
Whatever they do in the next Mario Kart, I sincerely and truly hope that they make it so that everyone can hear you honk your horn.
True.
I need that so fucking bad.
98 is the American one that everyone hates. Okay.
I might be thinking of a different year, or like people are just wrong about it or something. I don't know.
They make Godzilla pregnant.
Really?
And you hate women. You all hate women.
True.
How could you be mad about Godzilla pregnancy?
We have to be careful.
Nature's
People-
beautiful.
Like last night, like people were talking about pregnancy, and it got a bit
Oh
like,
yeah, I'm gonna stop there. I just remembered last night. Yeah. Hey, can we talk about my lavender?
yeah.
It's really good. It's tasty. I need to like actually talking about it. I need to like figure out something else to do with my lavender syrup besides just like putting in sparkling water.
Mm-hmm.
I want to find like a way of like putting it in like some coffee or something.
Ooh.
I want to make like a rosemary and lavender like latte. I think that could go pretty hard.
That would be good.
Does lavender taste the way it smells? Does it?
Not necessarily, but like a little bit. Lavender tastes obviously like floral. But it's got like some almost like citrus notes to it, like not full on like tasting like it's like an orange or a lemon or anything like that. But it has like, I don't know if this makes sense, like how citrus has like that slight, not quite acidic, but comparable to acidity, like bite. Like lavender has like a very slight edge of that specific flavor of bite, and then it's also just kind of earthy, in a way, you know, maybe something like rosemary or sage is like a little bit earthy, but not to the same degree.
Right.
That's probably the best I can do trying to describe a flavor. It's also really tasty.
Yo, wait, does that shit taste like the battle pass though?
I don't know, I've never licked the battle pass.
That's my funny reference to this old meme. That shit looked like the battle pass. Hope you guys enjoyed.
I enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Alright, come on. I was already down. You didn't have to do me like that, monkey. I just saw your username. All is forgiven. Monkey.
Monkey.
A monkey.
But no, yeah, lavender like does not really taste how it smells like at all. Like, okay, the floral part of it does, but like just smelling it, you don't really get the whole story of the flavor.
I see.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe like rosemary. I don't know if I guess I could make a rosemary simple syrup and then just do 1 part like rosemary syrup, 1 part lavender. I'm not really sure how to incorporate the rosemary because like last time I made like a weird fucked up latte like that. Well, weird and fucked up according to like everyone else I told it about. No one liked my weird lattes. I made a peach and it was either rosemary or sage latte. And I was able to make that because I bought peach milk. So I don't really know how to do that if I just have the rosemary and the lavender already as a syrup. Maybe we could also just straight up make lavender jello. I don't know. If anyone has suggestions on what to do with lavender syrup, I'm all ears.
I wouldn't know, I'm sorry.
It's okay. I don't think most people handle lavender syrup in their like lifetimes. Probably it's a weird thing to have. Maybe not like weird, but like definitely uncommon.
Out here
damn
eating flowers like a goat or perhaps a sheep. Damn.
Yeah, you got problems with that? You got problems, motherfucker? You're just jealous that I'm out here smoking potpourri and you aren't. I don't know why I got so defensive about that.
No homo, we smoking penises.
All day, baby.
You know what? Full homo, we smoking penises.
Hell yeah.
Uh-oh. I'm taking one of your coins. I'm taking away your Steam account. Yo, I should see, like, I have a little money left over. I should see if there's any last minute purchases I want to make on the Steam sale, because that shit ends, like, tomorrow.
Ooh, I should check too, honestly. Although I think between what I bought myself and what I bought for all my friends, I think I'm tapped out on Steam purchases.
Fair enough. I'm like,
It was enough for my credit card to get frozen, so...
holy shit. Is there, like, I don't
that
know,
banana
I
peel
need,
will
like,
get you.
good, like, if anybody knows, like, good 3D platformers I could get on Steam, like, I'm always looking for that kind of shit. I love 3D platformers.
I just bought... I just got Cavern of Dreams from the sale. I don't know if that's something you'd be interested in.
It might just be. I need to play Pseudo Regalia, which Ray got me very nicely.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Smiles. I know that's kind of like a 3D platformer slash Metroidvania type deal.
I don't think I have that many 3D platformers. Honestly, let me see. What do I got?
I saw Big Yellow briefly play Here Comes Nico. I'm wondering if that game's any good.
For people talking about some shit called like Corn Cage 64.
What?
It's like
Kid
the N64. Yeah, it's like an N64 style platformer.
Wait, this could be kind of dope. Is this Steam Deck verified? It is. Holy shit. I think I have to get this. Here Comes Nico is awesome. Ooh.
I straight up don't own any 3D platformers almost, besides like Cavern of Dreams. Wow.
Oh, Here Comes Nico was published by Gears for Breakfast, who did A Hat in Time. That's interesting.
Yeah, I can play his comic now. Should do that.
I think the closest thing to a 3D platformer I have that isn't Cavern of Dreams is what was it called? Just pass it. Hyperbolica. But that one's a real hit or miss type of game, depending on who you are and your pendants for motion sickness.
Right.
Really interesting, though. I think conceptually it's interesting enough that it merits at least just checking out once, even if you end up having to refund it from how motion sick it'll probably make you. I don't know, maybe I'm just weak-stomached. Yay! I think as long as they like define the shadow of your character really well, like at most or all times, it's probably fine, Splee.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know though. Although I would say at that point, if you're having to like look at the shadow more than the character, you're more just playing as a shadow than a character.
I don't know, I guess a good litmus test would just be like, Paper Mario has always had you play as a 2D sprite, and you would occasionally do like little platforming segments. That's kind of like a lot. That's like
the
Super
fuck?
Paper Mario as well has that.
Oh man, I'm so far behind.
Rainbow Road takes no prisoners. Yeah, honestly, like, sorry, I'm like going back to an old topic, but like, I need to like,
Go ahead.
I might just like go to like the movie theater's website and just like see like what movies are even in theaters right now. Because I know this specific movie theater
Mhm.
also occasionally does, like, movie nights of, like, older movies. They don't just do, like,
Oh,
the
cool.
new releases. So even if there's nothing new I want to see, there might be some old shit.
Normally, because of my field of work, I could tell you what's like new in theaters right now and hot in theaters. But like they stopped giving us work for the holidays, so we've kind of just been in the dark for a little bit.
Right.
Well, specifically, studios stopped hitting us up. We're still getting pings from, I guess influencers is the way to call them.
Please help us! We're not getting the YouTube ad revenue anymore! There are two times where influencers are at their worst. It's tax season and January.
We have one client whose name is just straight up a slur. I think he's at his worst year round.
You know what the crazy thing is? Just from you saying that, I know exactly who it is, I think.
I don't think you do. No, this is probably not someone that's mainstream.
Oh, no?
No. They can reclaim though, so it's mostly okay. But
Oh, okay.
It's
then
one I could
definitely
also
not the guy I
reclaim.
thought it about.
I could also reclaim this one, but like it's not one that I think either of us should really reclaim between he and I.
Right.
He used to just like he spells it now kind of in like leet speak because he used to just have the actual full thing written out, and for some reason for like over a year Twitch did not care.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like baffled that this guy was able to call himself what he was calling himself on Twitch.
I think Twitch just got, like, more strict with their moderation on that front.
I guess.
Yep.
But anyway, our clients are a real grab bag. Sometimes they're people that are like super easily recognizable, and then sometimes they're people I've never heard of, and I don't understand where these millions of followers are coming from. Such as, I gotta tell you, like off stream later, who some of the clients that we've had to reject are. It's kind of an insane list.
I would love to hear. You still gotta tell me the rare deets.
Yeah, I have a few things to tell you off screen. If we end up staying in call after stream, I'll probably spin the yarn while I'm playing some Armored Core, since my old roomie got it for me for Christmas.
Fuck yeah. So curious what kind of job this is? Well, don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry about it, you'll never know. If you end up knowing, it's probably because I quit. And even then, I probably have I would need to double check my contract, but my NDA is probably like really outstanding for a while. I think the much I can say is we get clients who are from all sorts of fields that all have to do with media and entertainment, and that's about as much as I feel like saying on stream.
That's right, everybody. The Binging of Babish works at X.com.
I think if my only options were work for Twitter and starve, I'd sooner starve.
I could not imagine what working for Twitter is actually like currently.
Probably
Hell.
miserable. Probably just like
Probably
every
just one of
day
the
coming
worst
into-
working conditions right now.
Probably just coming into work every day wondering if you're gonna get fucking fired because Elon Musk, like, needs to cut costs or whatever.
Yeah, that was neck and neck.
I have fucked up that map. I don't know how the fuck I was so far behind. I let a computer get in front of me. Oh, no, wait, we had a 7th player. Never mind. I didn't let any bots get in front of me, at least.
Yeah, it's one thing losing to a player, but another one losing to a bot. That just hurts.
Especially when they're supposed to be easy bots. That would be embarrassing.
You know, I will say one kind of annoying symptom of having the access to the DLC courses through like the yearly booster pack expansion thing. Like, it really just strong arms you into playing almost exclusively the DLC courses, because it's like, well, every time I'm playing this game and I'm not playing the DLC, I'm wasting money.
Right.
Did they sell the DLC? They do sell the DLC separately, right? You can just pick that
Yes.
up and just have it. Maybe I should consider that at some point. If I ever kind of just don't feel like having the expansion at some point in the future.
That is true, Splee. That is true. Also, the DLC stuff is just, like, new and, like, base game came out 10 years ago. God, it
That's
has been
true.
a decade since 2014, huh?
Fuck, don't say that. You can't be talking like that.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm gonna do when, like, the Trivia Facts turns 10 years old.
Start a new channel called Trivia Fiction.
True. You know what? That's real as fuck. Honestly, there have
You
been a
can just-
couple times. Not specifically, like, Trivia Facts stuff, but, like, super cool gaming. I've considered going back to Let's Plays, but doing them kind of more on my own terms.
Mm-hmm.
Like, doing them in a way where it's like, oh, I just, like, go through a game I really like 100% and do it kind of slowly. And, like, if a video doesn't have to come out daily, it could come out, like, I don't know, like, who gives a shit? It's whenever I want, bitch. But then I think about it, I'm like, that would just eat away my free time, and I don't want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
If like doing all this shit was my job, or like at least I made like way more money off of it, then I'd be like, yeah, whatever, I could do whatever the fuck I want. But that's not true. I have a real job, so not to imply that doing streaming isn't a real job, but I have like a job that isn't the internet.
I feel like even for like the biggest and like longest standing streamers, like it must like be hard for that job to feel real, not in the sense like devaluing it, but more like it's like just like in the general sense of like, wow, I can make a living off like entertaining people.
Right.
That must be like a surreal feeling. Or I don't know, maybe some people are just very much so used to and confident in their capabilities of holding a crowd. Maybe it just comes that naturally to some people.
Maybe so.
It's definitely like a very strange concept to me.
Mostly, I just want to have fun and be myself.
Real. That being said, like all that being said, if I could just somehow pull the funds out of my ass to like have a setup to where I could just do regular cooking streams, I would drop everything and just commit my life to that, honestly. Specifically like using all like the old like 80s, 90s, maybe early 2000s tech that I have for camera stuff. Never say that again, Miku Miku Pizza.
I mean, I don't know. It's not even that I don't... Like, I respect streaming as a job, but I hate what most people have to do to make that feasible. Like, I would never want to take a fucking sponsorship in my life.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it actually, like, the idea of taking a sponsorship repulses me. And it's like, I get it. It really is, like, good money. I've, like, gotten sponsorship offers through, like, Stream Elements, and I've seen the kind of money you can make off that stuff. And I'm still just,
Dude,
like...
those Raid Shadow Legends payouts are kind of insane.
They really are, and it's still, like... I don't want to fucking sell my soul to some dipshit product. I don't. Like, I'm not gonna, like, shit on anybody in my circle who is willing to go that far, because it's like, listen, you gotta make a living somehow, this world is hard enough, etc., etc. But,
Yeah,
like,
it's not like an issue of the streamers, it's the architecture that makes it so abysmal.
yeah. And I guess I'm just a little old-fashioned in that sense, you know? I'm anti-selling out. I don't want to do it.
You don't fuck with Manscaped?
Ah, fuck, how am I gonna make penis jokes? You're not allowed to make those unless you're getting sponsored by Manscaped. Fuck.
You rocking with me? You feeling me? Are we rocking tonight? I'm trying to think of, like, really funny sponsorships you could have that could possibly make it, like, tolerable, but, like, I really... Even, like, the funniest ones I could think of, like, I don't think would make it worth it for me personally.
What about
I just don't have the stomach for it.
BBW.com? I would take a sponsorship from BBW.com.
Shit, you're right.
It's not even, like...
Do you still have that graphic?
I probably do. It's somewhere.
I hope it's not lost to time.
It
I mean, I
shouldn't
guess it's
be.
still in the VOD.
I haven't gotten rid of it. There would be no reason why what's new at BBW would be gone.
I love it. That we found that during the TF2 stream, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
God, it was so good.
I think that might be the TF2 stream that I added to the newcomers, like, playlist. Like, my... Are you new to my stream? Click here. Which is basically just where I put a compilation of all my best shit. That might
Nice.
be that TF2 stream. Oh no, I think that wasn't that TF2 stream, because that one was like, it started out terrible, but then it got insanely good.
Oh yeah, what the fuck was the problem with the start? Was it like an internet connection issue?
Yeah, it was like an internet connection issue. Damn, that's the first
hey, I
time I
got
didn't
third.
even get a trophy. I got owned that round.
Barely squeezed my way into first.
You might have been around for it. It was a random TF2 stream.
I feel like I can remember the map we were playing on better than I can the rest of the
It
stream.
was like CP Steel, right? Or Attack
Was it?
Defense
I
Steel.
thought it was...
Whatever the fuck that
I
one
thought
map
it
is
was,
called.
I thought it was one of the defense, like, Egypt variations.
No, it was...
Maybe I don't remember.
It's the one attack defense map that has 5 points. And it's like,
I
at
remember
any
it was
point, you
attack
can cap
defen-
the last point.
I know toward the end we
Oh,
did
that one.
Manhattan and MVM.
I remember that. We have so many good TF2 moments.
Fucking love TF2.
I do too. I wish that bots didn't start becoming a fucking problem again.
I love
Yeah.
it, but I never play it.
I pretty much exclusively play MVM, or like every so often someone in Robbie Dude's chat or like Discord will like ping a TF2 role to let everyone know, like, hey, can we play TF2, please? And if I catch it in time, I might hop on the Freak server.
Yeah. If my stream was bigger, I would just, like, own a TF2 server, probably. But I don't think it would be reasonable to have that server just be for streams if it was like, well, there's no guarantee that would even fill up anyways. You know?
Yeah.
Anyways, if you guys get me to Twitch partner, I'll open a TF2 server. So,
Y'all better start fucking subscribing en masse, please.
you gotta,
We need more
gotta,
TF2 community servers.
We gotta get the viewer numbers up. You gotta tell all your friends. Motherfucker Morgan will create TF2. Motherfucker Morgan specifically will save TF2.
Morgan's the only motherfucker that can bring TF2 back.
Dude, the
If
Corona
Morgan
plans
gets
are
partner,
cheap.
they
What the fuck?
will finish the comics.
That's true. This post
Corona
has
plans
been
are
fact
fucked
checked
up.
by true American patriots.
And that comic's never finishing.
Yeah, it's
Just straight up.
unfortunate. Because this is a really good comic.
Yeah. Oh, mud. Oh, grass. Oh, shells. Oh, God.
I don't know.
It's
I
over
guess
for
it's
me.
not impossible that we get the comic one day. But it's like, I don't know. It took them 20 years to fix a bug in, like, Half-Life 1's Steam version.
I will say I don't quite. I think I heard this when I was tuning into a Robbie Dude stream, like a Freak server stream of theirs. I don't think it's confirmed, but like some of the folk who don't necessarily work for Valve but like have like the insider connections. Apparently the sentiment is something like they're not gonna release the comic, but like they're apprehensive about doing it because they fear that it'll create a sense of finality that will drive playership down or something like that.
Right.
Like, I don't know to what extent that concern is, but like it's a concern that they have. I don't know how much it may or may not impact them working on the comic further or not, but I feel like I remember something like that being talked about on Robbie Dude streams.
Did they have Half-Life for Dreamcast? I think there was actually a planned Half-Life for Dreamcast port, but I don't think it released.
Oh shit! I meant to hit Waluigi Stadium and I fucking chose a Mario circuit. God damn it.
It's cancelled only a few weeks away from its projected release date. Damn.
Was the Dreamcast version the one that gave the HEV suit like a weird bulge?
It might have been.
I remember seeing a while ago some Tumblr post that was like, show some appreciation for the HEV like cock bulge.
Oh, the Dreamcast port got leaked. Yo. It was canceled so late that the player guides came out.
Damn.
That's so
That's
funny.
fucked.
Dude, I want to buy more, like, Valve games physically. Because, like, it's just kind of like a neat novelty a little bit. I don't know, there's something, like, cute about
I feel
it.
the same way.
I don't know how expensive
I want a physical copy
some
of the
are.
orange box.
Same. I need to get that. I was talking about it earlier. I got Portal 2 on Xbox and also Left 4 Dead
Nice.
2. Left 4 Dead
Yeah,
2
Portal 2
cost
on
like
Xbox.
quite a bit of money. It was like I don't feel comfortable saying the full price, You know what? I can
Damn.
say it. Who gives a shit? It was over $30. It was crazy. That's like a crazy price for like an Xbox 360 game. Most of those games are like near worthless.
Oh, they aren't like being subjected to collector's economy.
Most Xbox stuff really isn't, except for stuff that is like fairly rare usually.
Okay.
In general, Xbox does not have, like, the quote-unquote collectability of, like, the PlayStation or, like, Nintendo consoles.
Anyone happen to know how much Rhythm Heaven for the DS is going for these days?
I think if I looked it up, I would start shedding tears.
Dude, I need to play.
Can't
a
remember if
Rhythm
my
Heaven
sister or I have it. I think
Nintendo
I have
collectors are
it.
fucking crazy. No, the most deranged, like, Nintendo
Are we in a
collectors is always
fracking
Pokemon
field?
collectors. I hate Pokemon prices
Yeah.
so much. I think the fact that fucking GBA Pokemon games cost over $100 when all of those games sold like 10 million units is fucking insane. Like, does anybody else realize how fucked this is?
Monkey.
And, like, listen, it'd be one thing if it's like, oh, well, the GBA games are really easy to make fakes of. Yeah, but, like, that shouldn't make it so, like, literally, like, any real copy is over $100. Because what if someone's charging $100 and then it's still fake? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
I think everything should be free.
True.
And money should be banned.
Cosign, because that was some true shit you just said. Dude, I only collect stuff that I'm, like, interested in keeping, but, like, straight up, if I ever have to sell shit, like, I'm undercharging, honestly. I'm not giving into, like, the collector, like, a lot of people whose mindset is like, oh, I gotta get this now so I can sell it for a big price later. Like, fucking, like, gaming it, like, it's the fucking stock market or something. Like, bro, that shit is so lame.
Yeah, hard agree. Fucking the only thing that I really have in terms of like a collection that I could potentially sell if needed is vinyls. I'm just like going to Discogs, getting the average price, and just charging that much. Unless it's maybe unless it's like something like particularly sentimental, maybe I might charge a bit more, but never more than like what it says like the upper ranges for how much it's been sold for.
Right.
Yeah, I've started collecting records lately, but like, I don't have like a collector mindset. I just buy what I want to listen to.
No, yeah, same. But
That's,
like
like,
I
the
also want
way
to
to
listen
do
to a
it.
lot, so
Like, that is the
I
best
don't
way.
have. Yeah. I don't have any vinyls that I wouldn't listen to, but I also just have a lot of vinyls because I want to listen to like a lot of shit. And I also have like quite a bit because my grandparents had quite a few vinyls, and when they passed a good bit ago, my folks just didn't know what to do with them. So I just took them. They just let me have them.
Huh.
Because no one else in the family even wanted them, because I'm the only one in the family with a working record player.
Right.
So I just have like a bunch of like really old like Latin jazz. Some of it's not that great, but a lot of it's good.
I can't believe I didn't accidentally break that blue shell with my fucking horn.
Wait, you mean the one just now?
Yep.
I broke that with my horn.
Oh. Well. It happened eventually.
Yeah, man, I'm in 6th place. Just give me green shells. Awesome. Oh shit, I missed the ramp. God damn.
I've been going to like a local record store lately, and like kind of the struggle is like most of my music taste is like 90s alt rock stuff, and most vintage record stores like the 90s are just kind of like a huge gap.
Yeah.
You know what? I guess I haven't noticed because usually my taste is like 80s earlier or like very recent.
And even the stuff I like the 80s and earlier, like they didn't have any like Joy Division or anything. They're Talking Heads. for
No
the most part
way!
today.
They gotta have. How do they not have Joy Division?
I don't know. I mean, it's pretty small record stores. They just like
Okay.
have whatever they get shipped in.
Nah, where I live, we got. I mean, I don't live near one anymore since I moved. But like back during college, at least there was a ton of record shops all over. I was in heaven.
There's
My
like
wallet was in hell, but I was in heaven.
there's like only one in my nearest city.
Damn.
It's a pretty cool place though.
No, yeah, I also got like a fair few CDs too. I basically any analog like music I can get my hands on. Analog, fucking physical is what I meant. I think the CDs that I have that like make me I'm the happiest to have landed are I managed to nab a copy, a mint condition copy at that of the original Lethal League soundtrack on CD.
Oh, nice.
And for Christmas, a few Christmases ago, I think last Christmas actually, my sister somehow managed to find fucking Two for Fun Fin Fin in the World of Tio on CD, and she got it for me. That's probably like my crowning piece. It's my fucking pride and joy having that CD. I just need to find the other version of it, since there's two. I think they're both exactly the same, just one has a different CD cover. But like, I have to have the other one. I was about to say it's like my white whale, but like I have so many goddamn vinyls and CDs that I've been trying to hunt down for ages. I got like an entire ocean of white whales of music stuff I'm trying to find. Oh, I blew myself up. If anyone in the chat happens to know where I can get a copy of Okurimono by Hiyake, I will give you anything and everything I have for it. They just won't fucking restock it on Bandcamp, and I need it so bad.
Yo, I'm straight up lapping Luigi.
Damn.
No homo, we straight up lapping Luigi.
Yeah, I did too. So
I just been racing alone this whole time.
no, the last second. Come on.
Oh man, having Katamari forever, that's insane. Yeah, there's definitely like a lot of fucking game soundtracks that I really want to get physicals of.
Oh, I got
I'm so pissed at fucking Reptile Games. They always silent release their Lethal League soundtrack. They silently released it back in the OG for the OG one, and then for fucking Lethal League Blaze. Like, I didn't see fucking anywhere that they announced, like, oh, by the way, we did like a super quiet limited run of the soundtrack on vinyl. I would have killed for Lethal League Blaze on vinyl.
Yeah,
But now,
me
like,
too, honestly.
it's been subject to collector economy hell. The only copies I see being sold are like, I think last I checked, they're in the 150s.
Yeah.
And like, maybe I'd get it if it were like mint, dual set, special color pattern on the vinyl type shit. But no, these are like kind of used standard single disc type vinyls. It's just pure collector's economy hell.
Have they like said anything about physical releases for the Bomber Cyberpunk soundtrack?
I think they announced pre-orders when right on the day that game launched. I think that ship has sailed. I can double check for you. I have like the order ticket still open on mine since pre-orders don't arrive till February.
I can probably check it later. I'm not like super invested in having physical copies of soundtracks. I was just curious.
It's not. It wasn't expensive. It's a standard disc, and I don't think they intend to like make it like a limited thing. So you'll probably get another chance.
Oh, yeah, probably.
I don't think they did anything special for like first wave release pre-order shit. Not like they've been doing with Risk of Rain. I was way too slow on getting the Risk of Rain Returns vinyl. Could have gotten some neat shit with it, but at least I'm getting the USB stick.
Yeah.
That one, I gotta be real, I think that one costs a little too much though. Considering it's a re-release of a soundtrack more than anything. I got a fucking... Not to be promoting my own shit, but like I got a RSS bot set up in my Discord specifically to inform me and the rest of the server when like a bunch of like record printers that I have, like vinyl prints stores that I follow, like put out new shit. And it's maybe the worst decision I've ever made. Like, I see a ping come from that channel, and I'm like fucking Pavlov's dog, and I just start salivating at the mouth. And then I see it's an Attack on Titan vinyl, and I immediately just look the other way.
God.
Maybe one of the most disappointing notifications I've seen come from that that channel. But shit, that's also how I found out the fucking... They started reprinting the fucking Bomberman Hero soundtrack. I immediately napped that shit.
Fuck yeah.
I never fucking played that game, but like, myself and many other people have bumped that music from that soundtrack. Some quintessential video game drum and bass type shit.
I should give it a listen.
It's pretty damn good. I'm just falling off the fucking track left and right. Oh, bananas.
Somehow I got 3 mushrooms in second place, and it just it paid dividends. I gotta admit.
Nice. I got really lucky and timed a star right as the lightning struck.
There's no way around that bomb.
The only way out is through. The perfume department. Are we doing 150cc for this one?
Yeah, we
I
have
think
been.
so.
Okay, that's why everyone's falling.
Yeah, this map is fucked up.
Oh, you motherfucker! Who used that boot just now? You bitch! I hate you. I was literally just about to use my mushrooms. I had gone into a patch of dirt, and they swiped them away from me with the boo. I just got stranded. I'm never forgiving you. dead to me. Man, all the fucking vinyl talk from earlier is just reminding me that fucking back I think it was like a little over a year ago now, when they announced the release of a little bit after actually, they released the farewell DLC for Celeste. They put up an order for the Celeste Complete Edition soundtrack on vinyl. Super limited run, included an on vinyl engraved signature from Lena Raine on the disc, like in the center of it. It was like a $400 6-disc set. I wanted so fucking bad to buy it, even though I already had the entire soundtrack on individual discs. But a friend talked me out of it. Because if I had spent that $400, I would have had a fat zero in my bank account.
Jesus.
And I gotta be real, I almost kind of regret not just putting myself at zero. I have been like yearning for that fucking disc ever since. And like, I think the prices have gone down a little bit now, but like not too long after the original like sale period of it, that shit was going for $600.
Jesus.
I think they did like a re-release or like a second release of it not too long. Actually, no, it's a fair bit later. But like it wasn't like a special disc like the original, and they did not include the signature. It just didn't feel the same. That's definitely like me indulging the deepest depths of my collector's itch, wanting to get that vinyl. But it's also like Celeste is one of the most impactful fucking games I played in my life. Like, I'd be so fucking happy to have that fucking vinyl collection.
Yeah. Celeste is so fucking good.
It's the game that made me realize I'm transgender. It's the game that made me realize I wanted to do game music for a living. It was also just a really fucking fun as hell game.
Sorry, I just stole second from Ray.
Hold on, I have the stream open. I'm watching you do it. Wow, that was dirty. Holy shit.
Straight up
damn.
Yes. Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you with my fucking evil laughter.
No, that's pretty much all I had to say.
Oh, okay.
Like, that game just, like, fucking... It set me on, like, a course that I am now as an adult.
Yeah. I mean, I can tell you for sure, like, Celeste helped me a lot. Like, the specific time that I played Celeste was, like, perfect. Because I was, like... I was still, like, decently, like, depressed at the time, but I was at a point where I could kind of, like, have a little bit of clarity and kind of, like, see things more for how they were. And just, like, Celeste, like, really, like, helped out a lot, like, kind of, like, processing the rest of, like, that, like, the trauma that I was holding and just the depression I had at the time. And then a year later, I started streaming, so I think it worked out pretty well.
Hell yeah. I'll admit, there was definitely, like, a component of the impact Celeste had was also, like, very much so the timing of it, of when I played it.
I mean, the fact that it, like, touched so many people in that way, though, means, like, it couldn't have just been a timing thing.
No, it was not just a timing thing.
It really just is that good.
But the timing of it in my own personal life as well definitely also contributed to the impact that it had.
Yeah.
I feel like for me... Oh, no, go ahead.
No, you go first.
I was just gonna say, like, I feel like for me, I do share some similar sentiments. So like, I was definitely going through a lot at that time. But I also feel like a part of it for me was that like I had just happened to hit a point in my life where it's like, all right, you know, I'm in dire need, in accordance to myself and I guess society, of figuring out what I need to do with my life. And you know, I've been putting off like what I want to do further into adulthood, like for my future, like what I should be doing or what I want to be doing. And like that game just like gave me like a huge sense of just direction, like a big push towards like, okay, I know what next step I want to take.
Yeah.
And now I spent all my creative energy mutilating amen breaks. And it rules.
Hell yeah.
I won't necessarily speak to the quality of what I'm doing since I'm still learning, but it is fun as fuck to do. And you can't take that from me.
How the fuck did I get another, like, triple shroom in second place?
I'm also getting just triple mushrooms, and I'm in third.
Like, what the fuck is going on? I was not even that far away from Ray.
Yeah, you like. I was almost stole first back from you, not quite.
They gave Slee a green shell in fourth.
Yeah, like everything you said
Damn.
about Celeste is like, I can relate because like, I mean, I haven't played Celeste, but for me, a game that came in that point in my life was Night in the Woods. But that's also not a game I'm gonna
Oh yeah.
buy the soundtrack to for reasons I won't go into on stream.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. A really fucking good game still.
I feel like I mean this is kind of just like a really like well done type of thing, but I feel like if you like no matter like everyone's got like that one sort of like medium that they're just really invested in, whether it's like games or movie or like physical art or what have you. I feel like there's always just a certain point where something that comes from that medium just like hits us really goddamn hard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I guess for us, since we're fucking gamers, a lot of games have impacted us pretty hard. Sorry for calling you gamers.
No, that's fine. I think as someone who's like really invested in music, I do kind of wish that there was more like music that had that sort of place in my life. But for some reason, I just feel like I've been trying to catch up on music my whole life because I didn't listen to too much when I was younger.
Yeah.
Oh, I totally fucking feel that. Straight up, like until I was 13 or 14, I thought I hated music, like genuinely. Like straight up, I was like, when people would ask me, like, "Oh, what kind of music do you listen to?" Be like, "Oh, I don't listen to music."
Yeah, I was.
I think
that way
it
for,
fucking
like,
sucks.
I was that way for such a long time, and then it's like the bands I like really got into when I was in like late high school. I'm not even super into anymore, except like Ladytron.
I'm like still into a few of the guys I was bumping back in the day, but definitely a few other ones I've definitely for better outgrown. One of my mutuals and also a community member over in Sox's Discord was talking not too long ago about how they're really glad that they dropped fucking what was it, Five Finger Death Punch. Like they stopped listening to him out of high school. I had a very similar experience. For me, that was Avenged Sevenfold. Those motherfuckers.
I knew people in high school who were into that.
I was never like super into them because like I would just listen to like any fucking just like butt metal I could get my hands on, really, because like I was like a really angry kid. I just need people screaming at me. But yeah, I'm glad that grew up pretty quickly. It does, however, like whenever I see those fucking like Dark Urkel tribute type beats, like Dark Golden Mole tribute or whatever, like it makes it extra funny whenever I hear like an Avenged Sevenfold track that I actually recognize being played in one of them. And I always just think to myself like, damn, I probably would have thought this goes pretty hard as a kid.
I'll go first.
Nice. That being said, I did have like a few just like bands that did like impact me in a very similar way to like Celeste. I still listen to any of them though is the question.
Also,
I mean, like,
you Splee. I took my meds already. Let's go.
Nice. I still like kinda bump Periphery. I've called into question the character of the band members a bit since like middle school and high school. I don't think they've done anything particularly heinous, just maybe stupid. So I don't really listen to them as much, but like definitely at the time, like not to be very cliche, but like I felt seen, you know?
Right.
Like the music resonated with me, like emotionally. Like I felt like just like not as alone listening to some of the stuff that they talked about and the way that they sang it and the way the production was.
Also, I think this last round of 4 courses is gonna be my last one of the night.
Sounds
All right.
good. I do still bump Tesseract quite a bit. I'm like, there was definitely a long period where I stopped listening to Tesseract, but like I started picking them back up. Particularly since that mutual I mentioned and I like. Sorry, I just saw Sophie Steak launch a game and she's still Guppy from fucking Insane Aquarium, and I just like got confused for a second.
Yeah, from
That
what I've
mutual
been
I've
hearing
been,
in
like-
that server, everybody's been like stuck with their Steam names, like updating their Steam
Yeah,
names
it's
has
great.
not been working.
It's so fucking funny. I think Steam got mad and like flagged all their accounts because they're changing their profile so much. So I think it like soft locked them into their current like profile pics and usernames for a bit. It's so goddamn funny.
Trying to get Jack in a Box Brother is perfect. I don't even need to change that shit ever. Like if I like this
One
is
too
a
many
PSA.
Insane Aquarium streams.
If anybody ever wants
Yeah.
to impersonate me on Steam, you have to change your Steam name to trying to get Jack in a Box Brother. You can't change it to like Morgan or Morgan will BRB. Fuck that shit. If you're not dedicated to the bit, I don't want to hear your shit.
It'll be so fucking easy to spot a faker if you don't.
Literally.
And you'll just look stupid the whole time.
You're just gonna make everybody feel sorry for you.
What map is this?
This is Yoshi's Island.
Oh my god, it is! Oh. That's cute.
Yeah, this is a really good track. This is like one of the best of the DLC.
I don't think I've ever played. Oh no, I think I have played it like once. Oh, who threw that bomb?
I don't know.
You get back here. What the fuck was I talking about? I got so fucking distracted by Guppy.
We were talking about like music you listen to in high school.
Oh yeah. I was saying that like that mutual on Tumblr, and I like have been having occasional talks about music recently, and it's got me bumping like Tesseract and other folk again more often.
Oh yeah. Like for me in high school, I was big into like electronic and synth pop stuff, and I feel like my taste has shifted like so hard since then. Because like I don't know, I think church is kind of falling off in my eyes. Kind of like I don't know. But like after that, I got into like '90s and underground hip hop and stuff, and now I'm like,
Hell yeah.
I'm just kind of like an alt rock dude. I don't know.
All winners in my book, honestly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like it's just like natural to have your like taste just radically shift between like high school and like college or just post high school, really. Because like, I feel like it's pretty damn rare that you're like the same person between high school and graduating high school. I think it's only natural that like your tastes in art would change as a result too.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
middle school and high school, well, middle school specifically, it was all about like your Metallicas and your fucking Slayers and your, you know, that the all that thrash metal type shit and a little bit of power metal too. I kind of still fuck with Halloween; they're funny. Maybe not the most, maybe not the best descriptor for a band, calling them funny, but it's also just good music. Then moving into high school, I was like way more into like prog metal.
Oh,
Not necessarily like old prog. Like, I mean, I did like bump Dream Theater and shit like that, but it was mostly like what I've been told more recent like forum boards would call gent. Like that's that scene.
Boo
so, like,
Lake, let's
Periphery is
go! Boo Lake! I love Boo Lake! This is my favorite map to torture people with. Because everybody else hates it, but I love it.
It's okay when it's not 200cc, but I can't help but remember the 200cc first impression I had of this map.
Everybody else is a hater of this map. I'm Boo Lake's strongest warrior. This is straight up S tier, bruh. Straight up S tier.
Yeah, in fucking high school, that's when I started bumping like. Well, I guess I bumped Periphery a little bit in middle school too, but in high school it was like bumping Dream Theater, Meshuggah, Tesseract, Townsend. That one dude who's just like a bunch of cubes or whatever. I forget the band's name. And then, like, as soon as I hit college, I was like, you know what? I want to start listening to, like, modal jazz and city pop.
Oh, nice.
And that's pretty much what I've been listening to since. And some just fucking crazy experimental shit and some Merzbow and all that. That's, like, what I'm bumping these days. And also my friend's music, of course. Shouts out StarTacker. Check out StarTacker's music on Bandcamp now, please.
Sound of the Summer.
Yeah, I should.
Truly. New album coming soon, question mark? Not actually quite sure if StarTacker has any kind of schedule for that. Get away from me. Thank you.
Well, I didn't win Boo Lake, but I won the moral victory of getting us to play Boo Lake.
I have my screen brightness down really low and I straight up can't see shit and just keep falling into pits. V, that's great. I love that you went from Minecrafter YouTube outro music straight into Meshuggah. Oh, Gojira. I still kind of bump Gojira. I fucking love Born in Winter. That's like one of my all-time favorite songs from him. I should listen to more Gojira, honestly.
Yeah, I've never been like a metal guy. I do tend to like I guess I don't know if there's like a better name for the genre than like stoner metal, but
That is just straight up the name. That is a genre.
Yeah, that's what I found
If-
myself
if-
liking the most.
Do you listen to Moontooth by chance?
I haven't checked them out yet. Recently, I was like, I don't know if they're like full-on stoner metal, but I was listening to All Them Witches. Really like them.
I should have heard of those. If you're into like stoner rock, stoner metal type shit, I think you would probably vibe pretty hard with Moontooth. I would recommend Chroma Paragon out of all of their discography.
I'll check them out.
That's my favorite. They kind of like do like a really interesting mesh between like stoner metal and like blues. It's very
cool.
interesting. You can hear it more on some tracks than others in Chroma Paragon. The reason why I always suggest Chroma Paragon over, like, they have their Freaks EP, which is like their first, I think, collection of works, and then they have like Crooks and I think one more new thing. You can really hear like the very interesting like meshing of blues and stoner metal and more conventional metal in Chroma Paragon than any of the other ones. They kind of drop the weird blues angle in all the other works, which is a little disappointing, but it's like all their other stuff's also pretty good. But like Chrome Paragon's my fucking favorite. It has like all my favorite tracks of theirs.
I'm straight up like a music like noob, so like I have nothing to contribute to this conversation.
You should join us. Oh shit, I'm gonna have to get that organized again now that the year is back. Oh, I should do that sooner rather than later. I was gonna say you should join us in Video Central for the weekly music listenings. They're like a really nice way of just.
You say that, but I always
I should
have
check that
work
out,
on the
too.
days you do that, and I usually go to work
No,
like sometime between
fuck.
when you're doing it.
That's so goddamn sad.
That's why I've never joined for one, because it's always like maybe like an hour before I have to be at work.
Why does everyone gotta have so many fucking different schedules? I wish I could find a time that everyone could make it. So fucking bad. Because
I'd love
like
to
one of like
see if I can make it.
oh yeah, like the more the merrier. I gotta fucking get the next one going. Honestly we didn't have them for like the past 2 weeks because I've been on vacation for the holidays. I like just straight up forgot that I do those in those 2 weeks. I forgot that's a thing that I do. I guess I'm gonna have to ping the server and see if they mind having a shorter time frame to pick a song. Although I get the impression that everyone usually picks their song like when I ping the server, like, hey, I close the thread in an hour. Because I feel like that's when I get the bulk of the submissions every week.
Right.
So I don't know if it'll make that much of a difference. Yeah, the Video Central. Morgan, is it cool if I drop a link to it in the chat?
Yeah. Go for it.
Cool.
And, you know, when we were saying about like feeling like a music noob, I feel like that feeling never actually goes away.
No,
There's just
never.
so much fucking music.
I do this shit. I'm working in this field for a fucking living, or at least I'm trying to, and like it still hasn't gone away. I feel like there's still so much, because there's so much fucking music out there, and it's awesome. It's great that that feeling never goes away. Every day we learn and grow. Here, let me.
Yeah, like I did kind of go up on studying music, but now that I'm picking up bass, I hope I get to like play in a band someday.
Oh hell yeah! I've been meaning to get a fucking bass guitar for my shit, because frankly, like, there's like a lot of sounds out there that you can like emulate fairly alright using VSTs. Bass is just such like you have to have the real deal to get the right sound.
Yeah, I mean, I should get like a really pretty crazy used deal. It was like I got a Sterling sub 4 Stingray with an amp and a gig bag and everything for like 400 total. It was all like new, basically like new.
Nice.
Feels really nice to play.
I'm just turning my head over and looking at my old as shit Ibanez guitar and just looking at the cobwebs it's collecting.
You know, like I've heard
I
good
really
things
gotta
about
pick it up.
Ibanez.
It's a good guitar. It's just that I fucking haven't like played it in any seriousness in God's know how long. Like I'll pick it up every so often when I feel like having like doing something with my hands and like I don't know. I'll play a few riffs that I made up and never ended up developing, or like I'll play fucking Aerials by System of a Down. I still actively System of a Down, like I started listening to in middle school and I still like actively listen, like bump their shit. They're like timeless to me. Mostly just because it's really fucking fun to sing along to. It's like my car ride music. But like I barely fucking use that thing. I haven't restrung it since high school, so the intonation is miserable. But honestly, like at this point, like it has like a really nice, almost like sound design, like timbre to it from how impossible it is to like stay in tune anymore.
Yeah, I don't know when my bass was last restrung. I think I had it for like a year, but I don't know.
Are you supposed to restring basses like around the same rate that you restring a guitar?
I'm honestly not sure. The only time I played guitar was when I took a class for it in college, and I was not very good.
Guitar's fucking hard. Not that bass isn't. It's also I'd almost argue that bass is probably harder.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I'd love to pick up guitar too again someday.
I do know you're supposed to restring the guitars. I think every 4 months of like active play, or 6 months of like not using it too much.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Or basically when it starts like feeling gross to hold is also a good metric for it. And like I'm looking at mine and I'm seeing that it's more green than it is gray.
Yeah,
and I'm just like, yeah, that's pretty fucking gross to hold. It's not mold. I want to preface for chat that's not mold. That's just when things they're like that multi-material like nylon type shit when it's kind of like oxidized essentially more than it is anything else.
Oh yeah.
Don't worry.
If it was straight up mold, I would not have it.
You guys will know if it was mold because Bingo would go on stream and say like, "Yo, wait, Saint Anger kind of bangs though."
It's a public server. Go ahead. God, oh my god,
I won the
you
last
got me
cup of
fucking
the
thinking
night.
about. Oh my god, the fucking drums on Saint Anger.
Saint Anger is like one of the funniest albums to ever exist.
It's so god fucking funny. Whenever I had a certain person like very close to me, like whenever either of us were like feeling down, we just start playing Saint Anger at each other. And just the fucking absolute trash can of a drum kit would just always make us cackle. I have to listen to that song when we're done. It's just so fucking funny. And when I say listen to the song, I mean play like the first 5 minutes, crack up, and then never listen to it again.
Yeah, Metallica is one of those things where I try not to know more about them than I need to. It's maybe a little harsh, but
no, you are 100% in the right. They're terrible. I think their drummer is okay, like Lars, but like everyone else is like an asshat. And then just them as like in a state or like an entity. I mean, they're like one of the biggest reasons why, like for a good while, Twitch DMCA was just hell.
And they killed Napster back in the day.
Yeah, and they killed Napster back in the day.
oh yeah. I've heard Cliff Burton is like cool as a bass player at least.
Is Burton not the one that died? Hold on, I have to Google something.
I mean, yeah, but like,
Okay, yeah, he is the one that died. Because
We're
I
just
was
talking
about
about,
to say, I think the person that they got to replace him for modern stuff, like, I think he's also an asshat, but I'm not quite sure.
as far as looking for like famous bassists to like look up to. I've heard good things about him.
Yeah, I think Burton was fine. Hetfield's a motherfucker. Screw that guy. I can't stop thinking about the Saint Anger drums. God damn it!
It's like maybe one of the funniest albums of all time.
Just
Every time I
the
think
worst
about
production I've ever heard.
It's kind of raw though. Honestly, it's kind of raw though.
It really does just straight up sound like they booked the studio, they arrive on recording day, realize they forgot the drums, they don't have enough time, the deadline is too soon to like go back and get it and like waste all that recording time. So they just went out back and just found an assortment of tubs and boxes and said good enough. And that, like, this isn't even to like talk about like the actual technique of the drumming in that fucking in that fucking song. Like that, like maybe the sloppiest drum playing I've heard out of him in any album. Oh, Video Central's my stream Discord. I just posted the link because folk were interested in joining for the weekly music listen-ins that I host on Sundays. Speaking of, I should put out an ask about it and see if people want to do it this Sunday or they'd like more time.
Hey, everybody in chat, check this out.
Holy shit.
That's Nido Queen.
I really like this streamer's Sad Mario.
Big Yellow is so good. Shout out to Big Yellow. Alright, well, I think it's about time to start wrapping up the stream. I went past midnight.
Wow.
Oh yeah, didn't realize.
It be like that some nights. Well, I hope you all enjoyed the stream tonight. We got some Tamagotchi, some Mario Party, some Mario Kart. Thanks for the stream in Mario Kart. No problem. Thank you for watching. Thank you for coming to play Mario Kart.
It's fun as hell.
I'll probably do another Tamagotchi stream this week. Maybe on one of the nights that I have to work closing, just to like keep myself sane. Yeah. It's gonna be it for tonight's stream. I want to thank you all for coming. Hope you all have a good night and take care. Tomorrow I will be streaming most likely, and I'll be streaming the end of the Indigo Disc, and then
Hell yeah.
The rest of my schedule is whatever the fuck. I don't know. But have a good night, everybody. Take care.